Hey everyone, it's Fantayzia. Welcome back to another Sims 4 speculation and discussion video for the upcoming expansion pack. So honestly, I thought I wasn't going to really be able to do another one of these because I just feel like we've talked about a lot of the guesses that we have, but I went through your guys' comments and oh my goodness, I need to start doing speculation and discussion from your guys' comments more often. I have done them in the past, but I just feel like you guys inspire me so much. You leave so many different ideas in the comments. So please, if you have any ideas for upcoming packs, whether it's like a game pack, the upcoming expansion pack that we know is coming, anything, please comment them down below. I feel like you guys are just so creative. So tomorrow is Tuesday, which means we might actually learn more information, but I don't know. Honestly, I feel like the chances of that are slim because the stuff pack is so soon. The stuff pack comes out on the 28th, so I feel like if anything, if The Sims tweets anything, it'll be about the stuff pack. You know, the expansion pack's probably still a little bit away. Some people think October, but I'm thinking more November. I've been seeing November as the top guess for when it's going to release, so I just feel like that's probably going to be around when it happens, and I feel like we'll hear more in October. But my last discussion video, I went ahead and looked through the comments. I do have another discussion video that I need to go through and get some comments from there too, so we can do another discussion video. And then I think I want to do some polls. I don't know if that'll happen, but I would love to make some polls, like even just post them in my community tab or something with different options you guys can vote for what you want to see, and then we can kind of discuss about that, see which thing people want the most and all that fun stuff. So let's get into this. And this first comment here comes from Ali. I think the world is going to be based off of or heavily influenced by Thailand. The elephant teapot cups with green tea and the noodle dish, which looks like pad thai. I found a vegan pad thai that looks a lot like that one in the roadmap. All seem to suggest where the pack is inspired by. It just seems like too much of a coincidence to me. Okay, so this, I actually feel like they're correct. Maybe the Sims team will surprise us, but when you think about it, yeah, all of those things really correlate to each other, and that's kind of weird, right? I don't think it's a coincidence. I would be shocked. Like, I could definitely see it being Thailand. So if that's the case, comment down below, how do you feel about that? Honestly, I think I would be excited. So maybe with the roadmap, instead of like straight up giving away like what the expansion pack's gonna have, they're more so just like letting us know what it's gonna be inspired by. You know, what kind of world we're gonna get. I still wasn't like 100% sure if the pad thai was to do with the stuff pack or the expansion pack. But I kept feeling like it had to do with the expansion pack because they did show a bunch of other foods that we know for sure are coming with the stuff pack, like the waffles and all that. So something's telling me those noodles are a hint towards something about the pack, and it would make sense if it was hinting towards the theme of the world. So I think that would be really, really cool. So let's go ahead and go to our next comment. Okay, this one's actually from the same person. Thank you so much for your comments because can I just say, you have great ideas. You spot things super well. So if you're watching this, keep on leaving your comments about things that you want or things that you feel like might happen, things you're noticing, anything like that. So this one says, if the hustle and bustle is indicative of the world being a city, which I hope, maybe the title Get Busy is indicative of the pack bringing lots of hobby activities, like working on cars, pottery, etc. I know it's a stretch, but I would love to see hobbies and more jobs added to the new pack rather than it be so focused on a single topic. Example, family horses, high schools, like the last few expansion packs. I don't want bands added to the pack if they go this way, because I'd rather it be a fleshed out game pack than a crammed in feature of an expansion pack. Okay, first of all, I actually totally agree. I do think if they were to give us bands, it would be best in a game pack. Would they do that? I don't know. I feel like the Sims team surprises us all the time, so I don't really know what to expect of what they'll do for packs anymore. Like, you know, I feel like even this year, us getting another expansion pack, stuff packs coming back, and the theme that the pack seems to be just wouldn't be anything I would expect. And let's talk about hobbies for a little bit. So I actually do feel like we need more hobbies. I know we've been getting little hobbies in different packs. We've also, you know, gotten some stuff packs that were hobby based. We have knitting now, cross stitch. They've been throwing them into different expansion packs as well. But I still feel like, I don't know what it is, but in The Sims 2, we got a whole pack based on hobbies, The Sims 2 Free Time, and I just feel like that's a better route, but I don't think they're gonna do that. So like, I don't know, I think something like this, the whole theme is Get Busy, it would be a great opportunity to add in a lot of things for our Sims to do and have that be the main focus, as well as getting busy with, like, I'm gonna take a guess, something to do with jobs like real estate. And if it's a city world, you know, cities are more busy, hustle and bustle of the city life, you know. Oh, and yes, more jobs. I still think to this day, we do not have enough jobs. jobs. I know when you look at them, you might think like, okay, there's quite a bit here, but for the amount of packs that have released, I do feel like there's still a lot missing. And there is some packs where we're kind of disappointed because we don't really see a new job, or it's just like an odd job. We don't get an official new career or anything. So I do think we are in need for some new real jobs, like fleshed out jobs, even if we can't go with them, just like a full career. But of course, it would be cool also if the career was playable. And then when it comes to the activities mentioned here in this comment, working on cars, pottery is something I feel like they could do a lot with. Like there could actually be pottery classes. Oh my goodness, I would love that. I would love for my Sims to go to those. And like there's so many different things they could make. And then that's another way that Sims can make money. And I just feel like that's kind of the direction they're going in for this last quarter, even with the stuff pack. So that would be really cool to see. And then working on cars. So I'm going to talk about this a little more in another video, I think, but I have talked about it before. So I don't know. I'm trying to put together another discussion video and I don't really know what direction it's going to go in just yet, but there's a lot you can do with cars, even in a closed world, like working on cars. And there's so many more things that I can think of where they could actually make cars fun and make them an activity and make them worth adding to the game. I really do hope if we get cars with this expansion pack, I hope they can work on them and a bunch of other things that I might talk about soon, but let's cross our fingers with that. So, okay, I feel like there's a lot to talk about with that comment. This comment's short, but I had to put it in here because I kept on seeing this and I was like, you know what? Maybe this really is going to be what direction they go in for this pack. So this comes from Tia Does Sims. Get busy is giving me hobbies. Yeah. What other hobbies you guys think they could give us other than the thing mentioned in the previous comments? Like working on cars, pottery, like what else are we missing? Comment down below your ideas, hobbies that you would love to see. I feel like there's so many different hobbies in real life that are not in the game. I feel like we need more ways for our Sims to make things. I think that would be really cool, but comment down below your ideas because honestly I could do a whole video discussing different hobbies that you guys want to see and just sharing my thoughts about them. I would love to do that. I do think no matter what, this pack is going to give our Sims things to do through the day, which in my opinion means I'm gonna like it more than like Horse Ranch immediately. And like any other pack that has felt kind of dull to me, I feel like I'm gonna like it more regardless of what the things are, because it's one of those things where it's just like at this point I just need more activities for my Sims to do and more depth there. Like I feel like a lot of times we get packs that look really beautiful and the idea seems really cool, but then it's just like our Sims aren't busy with stuff and then you kind of feel like there's not much to do. I don't know. That's why I like Growing Together. I know some people, okay, it's like half and half. Some people feel like it's like one of the best packs ever. It has so much to do. And then other people feel like there's not much going on there and it should have more. For me, even still to this day, it's still just as good to me as how I thought it was when it first came out. Obviously, there's always going to be things that I wish were better. There's things that weren't included that I was hoping would be. But when it comes to the way Sims 4 expansion packs usually go, I do feel like it's only a better side of things. You know, it's one of my top favorites along with Seasons, Cats and Dogs, but that's just my gameplay style. So like for some people, they may feel like it doesn't really give much. The thing is though, with Growing Together, I feel like it keeps my Sims busy. Of course, only if they're family Sims. If they're not wanting a family, well then, yeah, I can see how that pack just feels kind of meh. But if you're playing with a family, I do think it really spices that up and there's just a lot more to do, in my opinion. I don't know. Even the milestones alone, I feel like just adds so much for me. So yeah, as long as a pack keeps my Sims busy doing things, I feel like I have things to do with them, I'm a-okay with it because we've just seen so many empty packs and I'm ready for my Sims to get busy. So this comment comes from Alexander. Busy, populated East Asian city, please, full of tiny apartments. How fun would that be? Love your idea about functional buses. I would be excited about any world that isn't North American or European in flavor, to be honest. Okay, so imagine a world with a bunch of tiny apartments. I want to talk about that because I want to see like big apartments, but I mean, we do have those already. The thing is, I want to see like a big apartment that's like, I just want to see apartments like revamped. I don't really like the way they work that much. And I don't know. I would really like to see huge apartments that just really feel busy Oh my goodness, that would be so cool. That's the thing. I feel like apartments feel dead. And like, if you think about it, if this is Get Busy, I just would love to see a huge apartment in the middle of the city with like tons of Sims living there and like it's chaotic. Oh my gosh, that would be so fun. That like cause so much drama. But also tiny apartments. That would be so cute. And I think actually I would like that even more. Comment down below, would you prefer tiny apartments or huge apartments? I feel like tiny ones, like it would be different than what we've seen. The smallest apartments we've seen are with the eco lifestyle, but again, I like those a little more. Like I do prefer to have my Sims live in those now, I find. But still, like it just feels, I don't know. Like I need something more fun with apartments. I don't even know what they could do to like change them. All I know is I just really like the Sims 2 apartments. And I don't even know why. Like in the Sims 2, it's weird because like when we got apartments, that became one of my favorite packs. And for some reason, like apartment life just felt like a whole new way of living where I feel like it doesn't in The Sims 4. Like I would just get this different vibe when I would like start up a new game and have them move into an apartment. It would feel so different to me. If you played The Sims 2, please comment down below if you relate to that, because I don't know if I'm alone there, but like I can't even put my finger on it as to why, but I would just play so differently. And like for some reason, when my Sims lived in an apartment in The Sims 2, I would always have friend nights and like game nights. So like my Sims, like I would be more likely to have my Sims invite their friends over and like have a game of poker, because there was poker in the game in The Sims 2. Like that was so much fun. And like I would have my Sims have little game nights, and then the Sims like across from them would bang on the wall and like because they're being loud. And I just have memories so many nights of me having my Sims invite Sims over really late, and I would have my Sims get drunk and play games, and they were noisy and just keeping the other Sims up across the hall. And I know in The Sims 4 they can knock on your door, but something about them banging on the wall, I like that so much more. Like it just adds just this vibe that I was all for. So I miss that. And for some reason, when I would have my Sims live in houses in The Sims 2, I wouldn't really like invite the Sims over to like gather. I literally feel like, okay, this is such a weird example, but when my Sims would live in apartments in The Sims 2, I feel like I would play it as if like, you guys know the show like Big Bang Theory and like those type of shows where like they're always living in an apartment and they invite their friends over and they just have this little friend group and they're like playing games in their apartment or whatever. I feel like that's how I would play in The Sims 2 apartment life. I don't know, but I just loved that vibe. Okay, so this next one comes from Commissioner Law Wonder. Yes, if they were to bring automobiles in The Sims 4, they must include public transport as well for Sims who can't afford personal vehicles, but still need to get around. I've seen Simmers build a makeshift subway station, non-functioning of course, because it's just a build. Can you guys imagine a subway station in The Sims 4? I can't even picture it, and like, oh my goodness, that would be a dream to me. I would be so happy with that. I want to know if you guys want that. Like, do you care about public transportation? If we were to get cars, do you also want the public transportation for Sims who can't afford that? Oh my god, I love that realism there, because I feel like cars should be expensive. Obviously, like cheaper cars as well, because you know there's rundown cars, there's old cars that you can get at a better price, but like I would love to see them cost like a realistic amount that may be difficult for some Sims to get, and then they can have to take a bus to work, whatever. Oh my gosh, I would love that. And as I'm saying this, please keep in mind that The Sims 2 was closed world as well, and cars and all that worked amazingly. There was school buses in The Sims 2. It all just felt so good. You could call a taxi and get drove somewhere, and I loved it. It was, I don't know, like there doesn't need to be open world for cars to have a purpose, and Sims 4 has open neighborhood, and I just feel like that gives them actually like a little more purpose than The Sims 2. And I already feel like cars had so much purpose in The Sims 2, to be honest. All right, and this is the last comment here. This one comes from Kim the Best. Okay, so this one says here, I still feel that the items in Growing Together, the taxi cab and the skyscraper hints at what the next new city is going to be. I could totally see this. They hint at stuff all the time, so like I'm gonna say yeah, it probably was. I would not be surprised if they hinted at that. I mean, they were even hinting at horses as well, so comment down below. I cannot wait until we find out more. Like I said, tomorrow's Tuesday, but I don't think, like, I'll be really shocked if they talk about the expansion pack with how close the stuff pack is. But just for like the future, definitely pay close attention to Tuesdays, also Thursdays, but usually Tuesdays is when they'll just like make some sort of announcement, give us some more information over on Twitter. So yeah, you guys, with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.